Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today, and today we are going to be doing an oil change on this Jeep Cherokee 2019, and it is the 2-liter turbo. So let's show you how easy it is to swap the oil. I decided to throw it on some ramps, that way I can film a little bit better. Depending on your size, you might want to throw it on some ramps as well. If not, you could definitely slide underneath it, even if you parked it on a couple 2x4s, but that's kind of dangerous. You don't want it to slip out. And of course, you could jack it up if you so wish on the sides, but tell you the truth, for oil changes I mainly just use a couple ramps. It makes it so much easier. I'll get underneath, I'll show you where we're going to drain the oil from. I suggest you can either do it cold. If you do the engine when it's cold and not been driven, then what you're going to end up doing is leaving the drain plug out for longer, because it's going to take longer for the oil to flow. When the oil warms up, its viscosity changes and it will drain faster. Anyways, and again, there's to each their own. Some will say do it cold so that way all the oil's in the bottom of the pan. Others will say warm it up, but you do have that factor of it spreading oil all over the motor when you do start it up. But if you stay frequent with your oil changes, it really doesn't make a difference. This is where we're going to be filling in the oil later. Let's go underneath and pull the oil plug. Well, there's the top end once again. Let's climb underneath. Then I can point out everything. As you can see, we got a bucket down here. And if we look up, this first hole right here has your oil filter in it. We're gonna take that off with a ratchet, but when you put it back on, you put it on by hand. I'll show you that afterwards. But then if we go one more hole behind, right here, you can see that bolt right here, that is your oil drain. So very simple. First hole is for that, next divot is to drain. Let's grab our 13, pull this out and let it drain into here. Be very careful with oil. It technically can absorb into your spongy like skin and give you cancer, so you should wear gloves when draining oil. That's my only disclaimer. So pull that out and let it drain into here. If you just drove the vehicle, don't let it splash on your skin, otherwise it can burn you. It's just a 13, put it on an extension. We'll see how much dribble we get on ourselves. Just a little bit. And then just let it drain. Again, this one only has about, I think it's just under 5 liters of fluid in it, like 4.6 or 4.7, so you shouldn't need too big of a pan. But yeah, just let it drain out. And I usually like to drain manage, try and keep it so that way it's dripping the same amount. That's about it. When you're picking up your oil changing stuff, I totally suggest you pick up one of the oil filter wrench pieces like so. They are super cheap and it's going to be way easier than trying to get a wrench up and in there. If you want to get a universal one, go ahead. But this particular one is a 76-14. So that way you know that, or /14, whatever you want. You can order one off Amazon if you don't want to pay the local parts price. I don't think they're very expensive. I think it's probably like 13 bucks. But anyways, if you get that and you get one of these big long extensions, we can go ahead and pop it up there. And now, I don't think I'm going to be able to loosen it with this. No, we'll need the ratchet. Anyways, before we completely take this one out, I'm actually going to move the bucket underneath just in case. To do so, we do have to plug this. If it's draining to this point, I'll leave it up to you. You can either let it keep dripping until there's absolutely no oil in there, or just seal it up. Again, if you're being regular with your oil changes, it's not as bad. For your drain bolt, put it back in by hand, just like so. And then from there, you just, if you want to, you can use a torque wrench. I don't use a torque wrench when it comes to these guys, but for the pan bolt, if you really want to use a torque wrench, 15 foot-pounds is all I would do. But if you're like me and you just want to, I just go like this and that's it. One hand on the bottom, tighten it that amount. Don't go He-Man. If you go He-Man, you'll strip it out, you'll cry, or it'll just be really tight in there, and the next guy will want to find you. So from here, let's go ahead, put this down underneath just in case our oil filter starts to drip on our hands, because that is normal, which is why when you're unscrewing this, we'll first start with this, make sure our ratchet is off, and we'll turn. And keep everything out of the way. See? The last thing you want to do is have your arms underneath there and get soaked with oil. So now you can do this. And don't forget, it's going to add some lubrication to your ratchet. Point, I will take my ratchet off, shake it, shake the dew off the lily, sir. And then from here, what you want to do is keep upward pressure as you unscrew. You will feel it get to the end of the threads, but the last thing you want, see, let it drain the rest out. I have on the edge of this the oil filter, and it's in the cup. Why is this such a big thing? Because you want to bring it down and out of the way, but I always pour it just a little bit, because there's no way it's not going to make a mess otherwise. Now I chose a pretty long extension for this. Again, shake, rattle, and roll. And as you can see from here, pour it into your pan. So the oil filter part number that we got on this one is an 857060. I'm guessing if it's Fram it would be 57060. And then this one is a Baldwin filter, and this one is going to be, it's a B160, isn't it? Let's see, B160. So again, you will want to just look up the oil filter for this one. Now, something I need to specify is, see this seal? Make sure it's still on the filter. If you double seal, this entire engine will empty itself like that. You want to make sure that you don't double seal. So now that we've seen that this one has the seal, we'll take a little bit of oil. I always use the one that's in the pot, as long as you know that it's that, and then just rub the rim. Now we know it's going to make nice clear contact. Put your hand up, and we're just going to find the threads, and again, like I said, just screw it on by hand. You do not need to use a wrench. Do not use a wrench. It will expand and it will be enough. So we just go in and one hand tighten it like so. You can use a clean rag, grab it, and then give it a nice twist with the rag on. But whatever you do, don't use an impact, do not use a ratchet, do it by hand. Go ahead, wipe up any oil residue anywhere on the bottom of the vehicle, so that way you don't get yourself a heart attack thinking that you're leaking. Once we've gone ahead and we've, again, hand tightened this, I ended up putting a rag on the filter and then tightening it by hand, and I got it more than enough. I think it's pretty much, it kisses the bottom of the motor, like you'll have that seal kiss, and then it's like, it's just maybe a one full turn if you're lucky. But yeah, you'll get it. It'll kiss, turn and a half, whatever you want. Just make sure you do it by hand and not by a ratchet. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and go up top and add some fluid. All right, from this point, we're gonna go ahead and pour some oil in. And I would probably put it in, you could even do 4 liters off the start. Check your dipstick. Again, we're on ramp, so it's gonna be off no matter what. But as long as we have some oil on the dipstick, I usually try to bring it to at least the bottom of the minimum line, or if we can, bring it halfway up the line, because when we start this, it's gonna fill up your oil filter. Now, some people will pre-fill their oil filter. If you wanna do that, go ahead. I find it just makes a bloody mess, and it doesn't wreck your motor doing it this way. I've done countless amounts of oil changes, and yeah. All right, let's quickly check our oil dipstick. So from here, I've put in about, I ended up putting in about 4.4 liters, if that makes sense for you. We're gonna go ahead and start it. And then he's just gonna let it roll off the race ramps. Don't go ahead and like, don't even rev it. You just basically wanna let it roll off your ramps. Keep going. Perfect. Just put her in park. And then what we're gonna do is let it idle for about 15 seconds. Go ahead and turn it off. All right, let's check our oil level and then add until we're at least halfway on the dipstick. You can fill it all the way to the top bubble, but just remember this. It's better to be down a bit than overfill. Overfilling is what will make seals fail. So if you look right here, that is where our oil level's at. So I think the service manual that they had in their system was wrong. This is 4.73 liters that has been put into this motor, and we have just touched the bottom bubble. So what we're gonna do is I have some synthetic fluid that I'm gonna add in, and we're gonna see how much more it takes. I'm gonna guess we're probably about a quart down, but we're gonna add some and see. So looking at it, you can see the oil level is right there just under the dot or the hole in there. If you want to, fill it up all the way. I will tell you this though, that 4.73 won't be enough, but if you put in a 5 liter, I bet you that would be enough. So if you do buy a 4.73, I would make sure you buy a quart on top of that, and the 5 liter should be just enough and keep you happy. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead, put that back in, and let's go inside the vehicle and we'll show you how to reset the oil light. So what you're gonna need to do is make sure your foot is not on the brake, press the ignition button. It's going to go into ignition, and then if you click it one more time, it goes into accessory. Now that it's done the needle sweep, now we go ahead, go to the menu or the settings, and then scroll through until it shows you your oil life. You'll see it says, in this case, this one was at 18%, but what we're gonna go ahead and do is click and hold the OK button. As you're holding it, it'll pop up with a message. After you've held it for 10 seconds, it'll go ahead and reset to 100%. Go ahead, start it up, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Make sure that you dispose of your oil properly and at a proper recycling facility. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Press like if it helped you out and subscribe for more.